Welcome back to the facts! Here are... Oh wait, I almost forgot. I started a whole new brand called Factomaniac, where I post daily amazing facts, so now you guys don't have to wait for 50 amazing facts anymore to get your fact fix. Click the links in the description and start following Factomaniac now, or just search Factomaniac on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Okay, let's get into it. Here are 50 amazing facts to blow your mind.
Uh-oh.
A study led by Dr. Martin Neffler found that per year, the global population of spiders consumes 400 million to 800 million tons of mostly insect prey. They consume approximately the same amount of prey as humans consume meat and fish yearly. Only 8 teams competed in the first NCAA tournament. Since 2011, that number has increased to 68 teams. This rarely seen, creepy-looking deep-sea creature is called the Pelican Eel. It's a member of the eel family, but its mouth is very large and hinged like a pelican's. It can consume fish that are larger than its own body and has an organ on the end of its tail that glows pink to attract food. Women's rights activist Susan B. Anthony voted illegally in the presidential election of 1872. She was tried and convicted and sentenced to pay a $100 fine, but refused to pay it and was released anyway. The oldest musical composition to have survived in its entirety is a 1st century AD Greek tune known as the Psychelos Epitaph. The song was found engraved on an ancient marble column used to mark women's grave sites in Turkey. There are over 4.6 million 26-year-olds in America. That's more than any other age group. Scientists are using 3D printing technology to create fake reefs, which are less vulnerable to climate change and more durable in changing ocean chemistry. In the coming years, they may help reestablish some habitats. Researchers from the University of Queensland and Monash University have discovered that the protein in funnel web spider venom may protect the brain from injury after suffering a stroke. They recreated the venom in a lab and found that the protein blocked acid-sensing ion channels in the brain, which is one of the key things that causes brain damage after a stroke. New Delhi, India is ranked the world's worst polluted city by the World Health Organization. There's a foundation called Alex's Lemonade Stand that was founded by Alexandra Scott, who was diagnosed with neuroblastoma before her first birthday. When she was 4, she held a fundraiser with a lemonade stand in her front yard and raised $2,000. But by the time of her death in 2004, at the age of 8, she, with the help of supporters from around the world, have raised over $1 million. The largest known insect of all time was called the Meganeuropsis, which looked like a dragonfly and had a body roughly 47 centimeters long with a wingspan of 75 centimeters long. The town of Caldari di Ortona in Italy has a wine fountain that stays open 24 hours a day. The Milky Way is named as such because of how it looks. The ancient Romans called it Via Lactea, meaning a Milky Way, due to the milky band on its edge that's made of millions of stars that shine incredibly brightly. The US state that's closest to Africa is Maine. According to a study published in the Internal Medicine Journal, done by the University of Melbourne's Dr. Ronell Welton, horses caused more deaths than poisonous snakes and insects between 2000 and 2013. Horses were responsible for 74 deaths, bees and stinging insects caused 27, snakes also caused 27 deaths, and spiders actually killed no one. In the United Kingdom, people over 50 with diabetes are given medals for their courage and perseverance of living with diabetes. In the spring of 2017, the Canadian Border Services Agency started using facial recognition technology at major Canadian airports. It compares images of people arriving in the country with photographs of suspects on watch lists to keep out alleged terrorists and other criminals. Approximately 795,000 people in the United States have a stroke every year, with about 3 in 4 being first-time strokes. In fact, someone in the United States has a stroke every 40 seconds. According to a Alexis Knoll, a PhD candidate at the Georgia Institute of Technology, a frog is able to change the viscosity of its saliva in the blink of an eye. The frog withdraws its eyeballs inside of its head to help create pressure that's needed to change the saliva. Male capuchin monkeys urinate on their hands and cover their body with urine to attract females. In October of 2016, NASA held the Space Poop Challenge. It was a challenge set out to create a system inside of a spacesuit that collects human waste for up to 144 hours and routes it away from the body without the use of hands. The Waitomo Caves in New Zealand are caves that were created over thousands of years by underground streams. They're illuminated with millions of glowworms and a central glowworm grotto where the majority of the luminescent worms live. According to a study published in the Journal of Addiction in 2008, about 76% of adults experience some form of hangover after drinking. There's a welcome sign welcoming visitors to Kurt Cobain's hometown of Aberdeen, Washington that says "Come as you are" after Nirvana's hit song. There is a 70-year-old woman from Independence, Missouri named Shao Smith who ran 7 marathons in 7 days on 7 continents between January 25th and January 31st, 2017. According to the EWG Shopper's Guide to Pesticides in Produce, strawberries have the highest concentration of pesticides, with a single sample of strawberries that showed 20. Conversely, sweet corn and avocados have the lowest. 20 grams of nuts a day can cut people's risk of heart disease by nearly 30%, their risk of premature death by 22%, and their risk of cancer by 15%. A study done by the University of Adelaide's Australian Centre for Ancient DNA and Dental School discovered that Neanderthals would self-medicate to deal with pain. When they had pain, they would actually eat poplar, which contains the painkiller salicylic acid, the active ingredient in aspirin. The Sky Lodge Adventure Suites, located in the Sacred Valley, Peru, offers a once-in-a-lifetime chance to sleep in a completely transparent hanging bedroom capsule over 305 meters above the valley floor. The capsules measure 7.3 meters in length and 2.4 meters in height and width, and comes with 4 beds, a dining area, and a bathroom. Barra Airport in Scotland is the only airport in the world where scheduled flights take off and land on a beach. Fragments of President Lincoln's skull can be seen today on display next to the bullet that killed him at the National Museum of Health and Medicine in Silver Spring, Maryland. A comedian named Tim Fitzingham rode across the English Channel in 2005 in a copper bathtub for charity. He obtained a world record as the first bathtub crosser of the English Channel. Narwhal's tusks are actually teeth that are built inside out. Unlike our own teeth, it's soft on the outside and gradually gets hard and dense on the inside. In 2016, a teacup and saucer used by Lady Gaga, marked with her lipstick, bearing the Japanese message "We pray for Japan," along with her autograph, sold at auction for almost $74,000. And the good thing is, the money went to charity. There is a natural protective layer that coats eggs called bloom. It seals the pores to reduce moisture loss and prevents the development of bacteria. Actor-singer Gene Autry is the only entertainer to have all 5 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, one for each of radio, recording, motion pictures, television, and live theater performance. Since 2002, all cars are required to have a glow-in-the-dark trunk release lever that opens the trunk from the inside in the event of an emergency. In March of 2017, a hamburger containing 7 beef patties, one for each of the Emirates in the United Arab Emirates, aged cheddar cheese, and veal bacon strips in a saffron brioche bun, sold at a charity auction in Dubai for $10,000. Iceland plans to become the world's first country to require equal pay for women. The law would apply to all companies with more than 25 employees, and they plan to have its legislation in effect in 2020. In February of 2016, Hong Kong auctioned off a license plate for $2.3 million. It has the lucky number 28, which in Cantonese sounds like the words easy and to prosper. Because of this, the number is thought to bring good fortune to the owner. In Britain, Ireland, Norway, Iceland, and New Zealand, police officers are unarmed when they are on patrol. They're only equipped with guns under special circumstances. This practice is rooted in the tradition and the belief that arming the police with guns causes more violence than it prevents. The recently discovered Geckolipus megalipus is a kind find a fish-scaled gecko, a group of nocturnal lizards that are found only on Madagascar and have an amazing defense mechanism. When grabbed by a predator, it can shed patches of skin and scales from most of its body, causing the scales to get stuck in the attacker's mouths. In July of 2016, 33-year-old British man Simon Smith changed his name to Bacon Double Cheeseburger after a night of drinking with friends. A study done by Courtney Marnewick, a PhD student at the School of Life Sciences at the University of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa, has found that rhinoceroses use communal defecation sites. In other words, they poop together. The male rhinos can actually figure out how many other males are around and the reproductive state of female mates from this site. The Pentagon has over 28 kilometers of corridors and a total floor area of 613,000 square meters. The Mekong River Basin in Southeast Asia feeds 60 million people and is home to more giant fish than any other river on Earth. The ancient Egyptians, during the mummification process, sometimes used lichen and onions to fill the body's cavities and often were used as false eyes. Bangkok, Thailand's full name is 169 characters long. Actually, you know what? I'll just put it on screen for you. It's right there. I'm not pronouncing that. The Gibraltar International Airport runs right through Winston Churchill Avenue, Gibraltar's busiest road. But this is necessary because the entire peninsula is only 6.8 square kilometers long. Every time a plane takes off or lands, barriers go up to block traffic, and motorists actually sit and wait for the plane to go past. In 2013, when Ed Sheeran's The A-Team received a Grammy nomination, Elton John tried to get Ed a performance slot at the award show, but was told he was not high profile enough. So Elton decided to perform with Ed to solve the problem. And now you got those crazy facts. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to go follow Fact Maniac. The links are in the description. You guys are going to love it if you like 50 Amazing Facts because it's daily facts. So that's it. Thanks again. Be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.